Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reading A Tengen X Reader X Rengoku by It's Strawberry Mochi on Tumblr. So let's get into it. You see, it was a little bit complicated with those two. And look, you better not be a shy person, because when these two fight over you, it is always going to be displayed in the open, and everyone around you has to know what the hell is going on. Your lovers, well, they really just lack subtlety. But with one of them being the oddest person in the room, and the other being Mr. Flashiest person alive. So it was a little bit difficult to keep things under wraps, or not try to disturb people by the love triangle that was going on. Honestly, you would probably suffocate in all the attention and affection that these two were constantly giving you. It was good. It really was. It felt good to be loved and cared for, but the two of them were a little bit too much at times. The two males try and act tense with the whole situation. Neither of them is willing to admit that they are fighting over the same person, and that they're trying to win you over. They will not exactly get physical or throw insults at one another, but they are very passive aggressive whenever they're together in the same room. When they greet each other, you can just hear the sheer venom in their voice. But they try to cover it up with a big fake smile. It's too much to be with the both of them in the same room. God, it felt exhausting at times. Or sometimes, whenever they see the other give you a gift, they'll go, "Oh, interesting choice," just to make it seem like that the whole gift is worthless. While they try to one up each other, whenever there's a pillar meeting, or, God forbid, all the pillars decide to hang out, the two of them both walk up to you simultaneously, and they try to talk to you at the same time, while the two conversations are always completely different. And they always try to talk loud to drown out the other's voice. So it ends up with your poor ears hurting very badly. You would really have to tell them to tone it down before your ears bleed or something. And since both of them are very passionate, when it comes to practically everything they do, it's not a challenge for either of them to get your attention. They are very flashy, very good at what they do, and also very set on getting your attention. And if they were set on doing that, then no force in the world could possibly stop them, which was exactly the problem at hand. The two of them would always try and challenge each other with over the top gestures. Over every simple thing, they would make it a big deal. At first, it started off relatively simple. Uzui had got you flowers from his garden. And, well, Rengoku got jealous and decided to give you one of his bento boxes. But soon after that, it did not stop. No, no, God. It got 10 times as flashy. Uzui would always buy nice smelling oils, kimonos, with a matching piece of jewelry that he knows you would love. And, in return, Rengaku takes you to the most expensive and best restaurants you could find. And after that, he'll take you to a beautiful and rare spot that not much people knew of. And as previously stated, the two pillars stubbornly refuse to admit that they're fighting over you, but it was painfully obvious that they're trying to one up each other to anyone in the room. For example, Whenever Izzy saw Rengoku passing by the two of you, he would get all touchy with you. But of course, not to the point that you would feel uncomfortable. He would simply drape his arm over your shoulder, ruffle your hair gently, tell you jokes so you could laugh. And as you're laughing, he would look over at Rengoku with a smirk. He felt so victorious right now, and he was going to show that off to Rengoku as a sign that he has won. And of course, Rengoku would get back at him in his own way. On the other hand, Rengoku would carry you or give you piggyback rides because he thinks you're too tired to walk. And he would make a very clear point of passing by Uzui more than once, just so he'll see you being carried on Rengoku's back while you're laughing your heart out as you two pass. Because Rengoku would do silly things, like pretending he's going to drop you or speeding up. And when he passes, he gives Izui his signature pride smile. And Izui is there trying not to throw a tantrum because he was boiling on the insides. He was making it very difficult not to want to beat him up and punch him right now. But Izui had restraint just because of you. The two may all go out when trying to win you over, but they won't go so far that you'd feel comfortable with them. After all, the both of them cherish your happiness in the end. That's all they want. They would not also go so far that it seems that they hate each other. They're passive aggressive sometimes, sure, maybe get a little bit mad, but they're still friends in the end, after all. And it really all depended on who you decided to pick. And when one of them does end up winning, the other would be upset for a while, but eventually will get over it. Because in the end, you would choose what would make you happy, and that's all they wanted. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.